Understanding Relations, Functions, Domain, and Range. Term 1, Week 3, nasa Session 4 na tayo. Expressing Real-World Relationships as Function. So, this is our target. At the end of the day, we can write a function rule from a real-world situation. I can identify the domain and range from the context, and I can represent the relationship using tables, ordered pairs, and graph. Okay? Kasi nga, yung big idea natin, many real-world situation can be modeled using functions. We can represent, interpret, and make predictions using math. Actually, lahat na nakikita sa paligid natin is representing a function. Okay? So, let's see. Ano nga ba yung mathematical modeling? Una, observe natin yung situation into real life, real world situation. Next is to identify the variables. We have to choose input and output. Third is find a rule. Write the function that describes the relationship. And represent. Use tables, ordered pairs, and graphs. Interpret or predict. Use the function to answer the questions and make prediction. Okay, so let's move on to this real world examples. So this is a free view na gagawin po natin. So of course, jeepney fare, di ba? So, nakasakay na tayo ng jeep, nakasakay na rin tayo ng tricycle, at yung mga magulang natin, nagbabayad ng mga water bill. Oo nga pa, paano nga pala ito sinusolve? Okay, so pag-aaralan natin ngayon yan. So, quick drill. So, here, we will address the top two questions from our session 3, reflection cards. Kung meron kayo, pakilista na lang sa comment section para ma-address natin yan at masagutan natin yung mga tanong ninyo. Okay, second part, function notation check. Solve and answer. If g of x is equal to x squared plus 1, find g of -3. Sir Ice, bakit ganun, no? Dati F lang, eh. Pwede na bang G? Yes, pwede po. Kahit anong letter. Basta wag lang, syempre, yung X, no? Kasi ginagamit na natin yan. So now, let's try to plug in -3. Substitute natin si -3 sa original equation. Gx equals x squared plus 1. We're gonna change -3, yung x ng -3, squared plus 1. First, simplify natin -3 squared. That is equivalent to -3 times -3. That is going to be 9 plus 1. We have the input is -3 and this is the value we put into the function. And simplify natin, g of -3 is equal to 10. Ang output natin kapag ang input natin ay -3 is 10. This is the result or value we get. Bakit natin kailangan gawin to? Kasi makakatulong ito sa pag-build natin ng function rules sa totoong buhay. So, let's have a think aloud. Okay? So, gagawin natin to, itong story na to, gagawin natin siyang function. Here, we have a sari-sari store sells bottled water at each 15 each. I want to express the total cost as a function of the number of bottles purchased. Step 1, we have to identify the two quantities, number of bottles, and total cost y. Step 2, we have to ask which one depends on the other. The cost depends on the number of bottles. So x is the independent variable and y is dependent. Step 3, I write the rule. This is the rule. Okay? So, can it buy negative or functional bottles? Isa-isa nga natin using scaffolding steps. Step 1, identify nga natin the two quantities. What are the two quantities? The dependent variable or yung input ay ang mga sumusunod. Yung x ay yung number of bottles. Again, ang x natin or yung independent variable natin or yung input is the number of bottles. The dependent variable or the output is the total cost in pesos. Okay? So, yung input hindi nagbabago, yung dependent variable, yung y, nagbabago yon. So, meron tayong number 2. Step 2, which one depends on the other? Does x affects y or y affects x? Alin kaya dito? X affects y. The cost depends on the number of bottles. Okay? yung presyo, yung gastos ay nakadepende sa number of bottle. So X is the independent variable and Y is the dependent variable. Step 3, write the function rule. The total cost is 15 for each bottle. So multiply the number of bottles X by 15. So function rule natin from the given is f of x equals 15x. Step 4, state the domain. Ano-ano nga ba yung mga domain natin? Can the number of bottles be negative? No. Can it be fractional or decimal? Definitely not. Why? You cannot buy negative or fractional bottles. Sa totoong buhay, wala naman ganun, di ba? So, ang domain natin ay lahat ng possible values ng x simula sa 0, 1, 2, 3. Bawal ang negative, kaya nag-start tayo sa 0, at bawal din ang fraction or decimal. Okay? In other words, they are whole numbers. So, pwede na siya isulat as ganito ha. So, x is greater than or equal to 0. Now, number 5, number of bottles. Okay, so this is the table. The number of bottles natin is x. The total cost is f of x equals 15x. So, if the number of bottles ay wala, syempre, wala rin tayong gagastusin. Number of bottles 1, 15 times 1 is 15. Kapag dalawa na yung number of bottles, 30 na yon. Kapag tatlo na yung binili mo, 45 na. Apat, 60. 5, 75. You notice the difference? Wala naman na ulit na X bottles, di ba? So that is the example. And 6, we represented already. Try nating i-interpret yung answer natin. So the function f of x equals 15x gives the total cost in pesos. When you buy X bottles of water, we have this particular representation. Okay? So that's how we interpret our answer. So ito lang siya. And that's it. That is our first problem. Okay, now let's model context from the real world examples. First is the jeepney fare. So sa jeepney fare kasi, meron tayong tinatawag na ganitong notation. Okay, so the notation would be f of d equals 13 plus 1.5 times t minus 4 for the D is greater than 4 kilometers. Ano nga ba yung D? Yung D kasi natin, yun yung distansya natin, yung distance natin. Yung F of D, that is the total fare in pesos. Huwag po kayong malito sa fancy na yan. Ang papalitan lang natin dyan is yung D. Ano daw yung D natin? D is greater than 4. Okay? 4 mag-start tayo sa 5, 6, and so on. Pero here, we have to understand the problem. The problem, we have to find the total fare for a given distance. Use the function f of d equals 13 plus 1.5 times d minus 4. Dapat daw ang d is greater than 4. Sige, magbigay tayo ng example. Ang example na ibinigay natin dito is 10 kilometers. Actually, pwede rin kayong gumamit ng 5, ng 6, and so on. Pero try natin yung distance na 10 kilometers. So the distance is equal to 10 kilometers. What we are going to do is to just substitute the value. Replace natin yung d in the formula with 10. So f of 10 is equal to 13 plus 1.5. Yung d natin, papalitan natin ng 10 minus 4. Umpisahan natin yung parentheses. So we have 13 plus 1.5, 10 minus 4, that is going to be 6. E di, minultiply natin ngayon si 1.5 by 6. So we have 1.5 times 6, that is equal to 9. And add natin sa 13, that is equal to 22. Okay, ang sagot kasi natin dito, the total fare for 10 kilometers is equal to 22 pesos. Sa madaling salita, pag sumakay ka ng jeep, pag ang layo mo is 10 kilometers, malalaman mo agad kung magkano yung pamasahe mo using this function notation. Just imagine, sasakay ka na ng jeep, di ba? Tapos may ganito kang formula. di alam mo na kung magkano yung pamasahe mo. Hindi ka na madadaya ng sitwasyon. So, check your answer. So, is 10 greater than 4? Kasi 'di ba yung distance daw ay greater than dapat sa 4? Opo. Is 22 greater than 13? Yung ating bang result ay greater than 13? Yes. Okay, so ang domain natin at range ay ang mga sumusunod. Okay, that is the first problem. Now, nakakain na ba kayo ng mangga? Kasi dito hindi ako kain ng mangga. Alamin natin kung magkano ba yung presyo ng mangga kapag bumili ka ng ganitong kilogram. So, we have f of k equals 80k. Okay? So, pag-aralan natin isa-isa para hindi tayo malito. Sabi dito, where k is kilograms of mango, f of k is the total price in pesos. Alamin natin dito, find the total price for a given kilogram of mango. O, bumili ka ng 2 kilo, 3 kilo, magkano kaya yung babayaran mo? So, use the function f of k equals 80k where k is greater than 0. O dahil greater than 0 si k, kailangan greater than 0 yung example natin. Try natin yung 5. Okay? So, 5 kilogram. O bibili ka ng mango, 5 kilogram. Magkano yun? So, substitute natin yung value. Sa original equation, we have f of 5 equals 80 times 5. Function pala ito, no? So, that is going to be 80 times 5, that is 400. 400 pesos ang ibabayad mo. Ang sagot natin is the total price for 5 kilogram of mango is 400. Bibili ka lang ng mango. Kailangan mo na ganitong formula, hindi ka na matadaya ng tindera. So, check your answers. Is 5 greater than 0? Of course. Tama. Yung 5 kilogram, malaki yan sa 0. Is 400 greater than 0? Yes. Right? So, that is our second model. Now, ito, Meralco bill. Alam nyo naman to, di ba? Yung mga magulang nyo nagbabayad ng Meralco bill. Naging issue nga ito last time kung paano computein yung Meralco bill. Pero sige, try nga natin. Yung base charge kasi plus per kilowatt rate. So this is the thing where B is the total bill in the pesos. Kilogram or kilowatt hertz electricity used. So let's try to find out to understand the problem. So, hanapin daw natin yung total bill for a given electricity used. Use the function B equals base charge plus per kWh rate where kWh is greater than or equal to 0. Isang variable lang ito. Okay? Paano kapag naka-consume kayo sa bahay ninyo ng 120, magkano daw kaya ang babayaran mo, yung bill ninyo? Okay? Para hindi ka na madaya ni Meralco. So, 120, no? Identify mo ngayon yung value. So, meron tayong base charge na 200 per kilowatt rate. Sabihin natin 10 pesos yung per kilowatt rate. So, ngayon, substitute natin ng value. Replace natin yun sa formula. So, base charge plus per kilowatt rate. Ayan, B equals 200 plus 10. Tapos, yung 120 na yun nga yung kanina, yung nagastos po ninyo, na-consume po ninyo. Okay? So, ang base rate natin or base charge natin ay 200 pesos. So, let's try to multiply that. So, B equals 200 plus 10 times 120. That is going to be 200 plus 1,200. Okay? So, add natin 200 plus 12, that is going to be 1,400. And the answer must be the total Meralco bill for 120 kilowatt. So, 120, ang babayaran po ninyo is 1,400. Okay, yan po ang babayaran po ninyo kapag ito po ang na-consume po ninyo. Okay? So, that's it. That's the third model. Okay? So, by the way, saan nga ulit ito nakuha itong base charge na to? Siyempre, sa kanila yan yung base charge. Hindi ikaw magde-decide. Meralco ang magde-decide dyan. Tapos kung magkano ang kilowatt per rate, syempre Meralco din yan. Itong 120 na to, kayo yan. No? Yan yung nagastos nyo sa kuryente. Kakapanood nyo ng TV, kaka-mobile games nyo, kaka-wifi mo, kaka-cellphone mo, yan. Ito yung nagastos nyo. At ang gagastusin po ninyo ay 1/4. Di ba? May 1/4 ka ba? Sana all. So, key modeling steps posted as anchor. By the way, ito po yung mga steps. Kung titingnan nyo po, yan po. Pag-aralan ninyo para makuha po ninyo kung paano i-model yung mga bagay na yan. Okay? So, sa school, sa classroom, magkakaroon tayo ng problem solving, group work. Magbibigay ako sa inyo ng mga mga sample problem, and what you're going to do is to identify the domain and the range. Okay? So that's it using this particular topic. Okay? What you're going to do is to share the following: function rule, domain, range, one real world interpretation of f of x for a specific input. So, yan po, kung tatama po yan sa grupo po ninyo. Okay, and I believe this concludes our session for today. So, this is all for now. Natapos tayo sa week session. I think this one is session number 4. Okay, session number 4, the real world relationship as functions. Paano ba natin ito gagamitin as makikita natin sa real world? As we model it in the real world scenarios. Okay, see you sa next week. I believe this concludes our session for today. See you sa next video.